Sometimes it's perhaps more inspiring to them to have, project-based camps and.
Right.
So yeah, so
area of
we're
interest.
not the only providers of an inspiring summer. So so we have, we've invited both Daly City Peninsula Partnership as well as our Library and Parks Department to participate in these conversations, so that as programs are being developed and thought about, that those programs that are being offered in this area will fit the criteria of an inspiring summer program. And as funds become available, partnering with them to do a full day program where we may be able to do half the day with some academic enrichment and opportunities, and they do the other half day with some recreation and flip. So, I mean, there's things in the pipeline. As you see, many of those major areas are included in the superintendent goals. So these are things that we've been talking about for a while, and certainly I think the authors of the Big Lift also. So.
If you're interested more in the summer component, on October 25th, the PPLC is holding a morning session for summer providers to talk about access and quality, and bringing for the first time providers together throughout the county to look at what's happening for summer, where are the gaps in service, and so that should be exciting.
And Daly City
Get an
Partnership.
invitation,
I'm sorry.
send us an invitation so we know.
Sure.
As a reminder.
Sure.
Yeah.
And Daly City Partnership, as well as the Daly City Library and Recreation Department, are going to be there at the convening,
good.
since it involves a lot of our
Good.
programming. So,
That's great.
yeah.
And sorry.
I mean, even though we're saying all of this, I just want to say it again, that we don't have summer school, and that that should be addressed as well statewide. I know that's not your issue, but
Right.
the Silicon Valley Community Foundation can help us put the pressure on,
Yeah.
and also raise the money to get a real summer school going again.
Yes, good point. And there's a really great group called Summer Matters. It's part of a larger initiative statewide that is really advocating at the state level. They have a lot of support from the David and Lucille Packard Foundation, and summer school is one component of that, is trying to get the funding to come back in through the state.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
So I'll go into a little bit more details on the Ready Schools team as well. We've been around since 2010. We're going to be celebrating our third year in existence as a team. We have about 25 active participants, including Sandy McCulloch, Jessica Pace, and dozens of preschool teachers, kindergarten teachers, and administrators from local preschools that participate on the team on a regular basis. We meet each month. We actually have presented, as you know, the Ready Schools plan to the board back in 2012, and it was a recommendation on best practices for all the schools to have in welcoming parents to the school, in assessing children to make sure that they know the skill levels of children that are coming in from kindergarten. And then the grants that we've received over the past 3 years total over $60,000 in order to fund this program, and stipends for the teachers, and I'll go into a few of the other things that we've been able to pay for with the support of First Five and Silicon Valley. Highlights from this past year: we had many opportunities for joint professional development amongst the pre-K through third grade teachers in our area. 13 of our pre-K through first grade teachers actually received full scholarships to attend the Santa Clara pre-K through first grade conference, which is held every year. Fabulous conference. We got outstanding evaluations on the participation. They brought back tons of ideas to the classroom on how to entertain and teach through music and mnemonics and all kinds of different elements in the classroom. We had 3 early childhood education workshops on handling difficult behavior in the classroom, 2 on mandated reporter training. Over 100 teachers and staff from the districts have participated in that, as well as Peninsula Partnership staff as well. We also did continue with some cross-grade classroom observations, but with the exciting thing this year is we had 2 site visits. We actually had about 30 people that came to General Pershing and took a tour of the preschool site there, including a state preschool administrator. His title was?
He's with Early Edge California, which
Early
is a
Edge California.
nonprofit.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we also had an opportunity to tour Hope Lutheran Day School as a private institution offering pre-K in the area. And it was really exciting to see the work that they were doing, and how, pre-K is like what kindergarten used to be, where my first grade is like what kindergarten was ages ago, or rather kindergarten is what first grade was ages ago. So, the whole level of instruction is just being funneled down, 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 and the expectations are higher and higher for children to succeed, both socio-emotional and academically as well. This year, with stipends that we were able to pay teachers for, as well as stipends for teachers to attend kindergarten parent orientations, I believe that we actually tested every incoming kindergartner in the district before they actually came into the school the first day. So, because we do that through the K-to-K program, we had spring roundups, we had fall assessments to catch the kids that were enrolling later, and every single school was able to do a K parent orientation. And I think that was kind of standardized through this work through our Ready Schools team. We had our Meet and Collaborate dinner on November 21st. Over 50 people attended and shared information on best practices in early childhood education. And then we, as one of the components of PPLC, we continue to address chronic absence, those yellow welcome banners that you see on the cyclone fences that advertise the first day of school and what night back to school night is. Those were paid for through this grant. And the Silicon Valley and the San Mateo County Office of Ed produced flyers on absenteeism as well. For 2013 and 14, a lot of the same things we're going to be hitting on again. We're going to have our Meet and Collaborate 4.0 event coming up in early winter, where we're going to collaborate again with pre-K and K teachers. And the two items I'd like to touch on is the summer kickoff to first grade pilot. We were asking about summer school opportunities. We are going to do a pilot program for kindergartners who are young, who might need a little leg up, a little support in order to be ready for first grade. And so that's going to be happening this summer.
For like a week or 2 weeks? Or...
It'll be a 4-week program similar to our K-to-K program, 3 hours per day. Kind of modeled after that. We're working with Jessica Pace and Sandy and other teachers on the curriculum to make sure that it's not only engaging but also strategic and aligned with Common Core. The other passion that we have, and this is also part of the PPLC, we are looking at our Raising a Reader book bag program. Ages ago, I don't know if you remember June Moorhead, she wrote a grant for a similar program in the district, and the bags are aging, the books are disappearing. We want to rehabilitate that. So we are looking for funds in order to do that throughout the district, as well as our we have 5 other partner schools in Daly City that are not in the Jefferson School District that we're going to be helping with that program too. And then I'm going to turn it over to our program supervisor of the After School Academic Program Division, Steve Schindler, is going to talk a little bit about K-to-K.
All right. Well, thank you very much for letting me speak on K-to-K, or Kickoff to Kindergarten. Used to be known as Kindergarten Readiness. This is actually our oldest program at the Daly City Partnership. I believe we've been doing it since 1998. Yep, so we've been there for a while. As many of you guys know, our priority is reaching those students who have not had a preschool experience or English as a second language. We were able to have 12 programs this year, including a fee-based kinder camp that was held at our second home. We were in FDR for the first time in quite a few years. That was a great time to get a new program over there. We had 162 students involved in our K-to-K programs, and actually 43% of those were students that have not had a preschool experience, and I think 46% was English was a second language out of those 262 students. We also had 2 professional development trainings. This was the first year we had this. It was extra support from the Silicon Valley Foundation. We were able to have 2 professional development trainings covering Common Core standards, social emotional development, and child interaction with teachers, or teachers' interaction with children, and how to foster that relationship. We also had 2 kindergarten parent ed nights throughout the summer. As you see, the focuses were learning with children through play, positive discipline, and also we also had some community resources through Second Harvest Food Bank. At all of our events, we had Second Harvest Food Bank there handing out information on CalFresh, as well as to every parent orientation we held in the beginning of the program. We also handed out CalFresh information. So every one of our families got information regarding CalFresh. So that was a big push this year. We have a great relationship with CalFresh this year, and we're working real hard to get the information out there with Second Harvest Food Bank. Next question. And then also new to this year is we're having parent ed nights during the school year as well through the kindergarten kickoff to kindergarten program. We actually held one last night. This is facilitated by PCRC, Peninsula Conflict Resolution Center, and they are focusing on building the relationship between families and the schools and how they can get more involved in the schools. As you can see, we still have 2 more coming up. We have one tomorrow night at MP Brown, as well as one next Tuesday at JFK Elementary. At these events, there's free childcare, free dinner. We give out free books donated to us from the San Francisco Book Project, as well as other community resources. Again, we have Second Harvest Food Bank coming to pass that information regarding CalFresh as well.
Thanks.
I would like to just thank the board and superintendent and Sandy and the Daly City Partnership for being such amazing partners. You all are really leaders in this work, and Pat has carried this work forward for years in a very creative way, and she's always there in a leadership role that's really inspiring. So thank you.
That's true. All right, thanks. And I just want to also thank the Silicon Community Valley Foundation and the Peninsula Partnership. I know all the work that you've done over the years as well, and you're one of our biggest supporters as well, the Silicon Valley Community Foundation. So I'm glad that everyone's working well together and that we have so many safety nets and hand-holding that we're doing for the parents and the children in our district.
Thank you.
Mr. Hanson, do you have any questions?
Just thank you very much for all the work that you're doing. Sounds great.
What he said.
Well, I just want to say thank you to everybody for all the work you do, and Pam, how much you have put into how much you put into the partnership for all these years, and it started, and it's growing and growing and growing, and it's to the benefit of the students as well as their families. And I recently went to, they had their meeting, I was able to attend it, and everybody was so engaged in working together and doing this little project where we're reviewing everything and bringing out ideas that everybody has ideas, and they bring them together. And then later you're going to see the reality of it. So thank you for never stopping. You're always doing, and always smiling.
Always positive, that's
Yeah,
true.
really, it's great. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And I want to thank First Five also for the funding for this, as well as Jessica, who's actually funded through First Five and Silicon Valley Community Foundation.
All
So.
our partners. Mr. Otadi?
Thank you very much. As one of the newest members on the board, your years of service, I'd like to thank and follow that and appreciate your service in the future to providing resources to our kids. As you know, started from the bottom, now we're here. So thank you very much for all your help, and we look forward to working together in the future.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
So before you leave, if you wouldn't mind, so, as I'm listening to this conversation and the presentation, it just reminded me a little bit of the tale of the stone soup, where by ourselves we had nothing, but we all have a little bit. And so somebody brings their carrot, and someone brings their potato, and someone brings some stock, and eventually we end up with a program that we hope is being aligned, between Silicon Valley Community Foundation, our funds, Daly City Peninsula Partnership, all of the different partnerships coming together, contributing resources, knowledge, talent, effort to create a program that is more supportive of all of our students. And I didn't recognize, and Silicon Valley Community Foundation is like, it's like a thread in a rug as you look at our school district, because almost every initiative that we have, Silicon Valley Community Foundation has some way contributed support in there. And we recently found out that we were selected as one of the collaboratives in the North County, us and the high school district and other feeder districts, to begin to implement a plan for transitioning to the Common Core state standards in mathematics, a plan that we all would have done individually as individual districts, but we've had the opportunity to now think about a plan for the North County, the 4 feeder districts and the high school, K-12, pre-K to 12, about how to transition. So we're very grateful for that. I think, and Ms. Mahali, she referenced this, I like to think that we are leaders in the in the county as a district and partnering with other agencies. I think we are, and I think it positions us well to benefit from any efforts of the big lift as well, because those 4 components of the big lift is sort of what, so some communities will be selected, not every community will be. Working with communities to put together all 4 of those pieces, including Inspiring Summers, and I think we have a great capacity to be able to carry out with just somebody else's carrot and onion and, you know, tomato sauce or something to make it all happen here for us. So thank you again, and
They had some
thank
tomato
your organizations.
Thank you. Just wanted to add, too, along those lines, Mr. Vidalis, is that we were awarded last year from Silicon Valley Community Foundation a small math grant for algebra prep for 6th graders at TRP, Ben Franklin, and Over the Hill at Robertson. And we are submitting it again this year. We are very positive that we'll be able to be funded, and we'll have 6th and 7th graders doing the pilot algebra prep program. And also, Steve submitted a grant for STEM, which we incorporate into the summer school program, too. So just to answer your question regarding summer opportunities, got a few coming.
And another exciting opportunity, sorry, just
Yeah.
one more vegetable in the soup, that was presented to us at the foundation about 6 months ago, was to participate in a network that the Packard Foundation had put together statewide of districts working on pre-K to 3rd grade alignment and pre-K to 3rd grade innovation. And they asked us, what district do you think in your community would be most appropriate to work with us on in the statewide network? And we recommended Jefferson, and they were very happy to include the district. And so Ms. McCulloch and Jessica Pace and Pat and Lisa Zamiga and I have been, well, we've gone once so far, but we'll be going to 4 meetings statewide with a number of other districts. Actually, only 4 other districts in the state to be part of a professional learning community supported by the Packard Foundation. So,
Great.
yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Well, we thanked. Since we thanked so many people, I don't want to leave out our teachers, and we have Ms. Hart in the audience as well, because they're going to be the ones who have to implement all this as well.
They get to.
Get to. There you
They
go.
get to.
They love to.
I'm sure they're happy to get students who are more prepared for kindergarten and therefore 1st and 2nd and so on.
Exactly. And no business.
Did we skip one?
No.
Which one are you looking at?
Retirement.
Move into
You gotta
Jan
retire.
Hopkins.
No,
Yeah.
this
Don't
one.
skip anything.
Okay. 1-4.
Retirement,
Right here.
classified personnel.
We do have a retirement coming up in December. There's a request from Donna Racomi, who's a PE aide at John F. Kennedy,
She's
effective
retiring.
December 20th of this year. And she has been working with the district since September 1986. So we do want appropriate resolution to be prepared commending her for all these years of service.
I'll make a motion that we approve the retirement request from Donna Racomi, PE aide at JFK, effective December 20th, 2013, and that an appropriate resolution be prepared commending her for her years of service to the district.
All right. All those in favor?
We need a second, and also I'll throw in a
Second.
second. Okay. Then we can say,
Aye,
aye,
Aye.
Aye.
enjoy your retirement.
absolutely.
All right. Comments from any board member?
But,
Already.
I'm kind of a loss for words. That was a great presentation.
Yes. All right.
I just wanted to, because I was just looking at my calendar and realized this is our last meeting before that, to let people know that on October 5th and 6th, the Daly City Public Library Associates will be having a giant book sale. It's going to be at the Westlake Mall in what used to be the Party Store right next to Beverly's. Tons of books, puzzles, games, come one and all, support the libraries, and also walk off with a bunch of good books for cheap.
That's right. Ms. Vizuela?
No, it was going to be part of my thing too, but we're both on the committee, so we're pushing this, which is really nice. They're going to do it for several days, so we're hoping that they'll do well, really well. And other than that, I would just like to thank everyone who worked so hard on getting to where we are right now, and especially that we have happy teachers
Yes.
with our raises. So other than that, I think that's it. I'll think about something later, maybe.
All right, Mr. Otaigi.
Once again, October 8th and San Mateo Government Building. Voice your public opinion on the redistricting lines that will affect everybody here in San Mateo County, and God bless.
Oh, I did remember something I want to say.
Go ahead.
Rebuilding Together is going to come back to our district again, and they're going to be working over at Woodrow Wilson School.
Oh, wow, that is.
And my husband gets all of the little emails through me because he doesn't do computer, but it said, there are 3 schools, would you help out? And so he's guy, oh, I guess I have to pick a school. And I go, wait, you pick that one. That's in our district. So he gets to go to Woodrow Wilson. And it's really nice because we're partnering with other organizations that are helping to work with children to enhance the way the yards look, and teaching them how to garden, and everything comes together. And sometimes the parents will come and volunteer, and it's all together. And the more we can bring that in, the better it's going to be for everyone.
That's true.
So I'm happy about that.
All right, thanks. Mr. Otaigi. Oh, that's right. Ms. Brizuela went again. Well, I just want to say, I know I get to talk, huh?
I'm sorry, I did. And
No,
I
it's
said
all
I
right.
almost forgot something.
I just want to just reiterate the sentiments of Mr. Hanson. This was a great presentation and a great meeting. And we were focused on superintendent goal number 21, which is superintendent will seek outside resources that support district directions and programs. So we really got that tonight, a sense of that. And like I said before, I'm serious about, I'm happy about all the safety nets that we have and the hand-holding that we're doing for the parents and the children. And we have a speaker card from Melinda Dart.
Yes. Hi, Linda Dart, AFT 3267. I too am happy to see the focus on kindergarten and preschool and TK, the foundations of the educational process, and I'm really glad that we have the support of Peninsula Foundation and all the groups that we heard about tonight that are helping us with that. And I wanted to alert the public that next Wednesday night in this very building, we have a candidate forum concerning our school board election. And as everybody here knows, the school board is very important to our district, and it's a good opportunity for the public to come next Wednesday night. It's hosted by the League of Women Voters and by the Teachers Union, Jefferson Federation. And it will be a good chance for the community to meet the candidates that are running and hear about the issues. So we'd like to make sure that everyone out there knows about that. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
7 p.m., 7 to 9.
7 to 9. There's no other business. We will adjourn at 8:14.
Oh, what a record.